This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win.
We have finally made it to conference championship weekend in the NFL with the Patriots taking on the Broncos and the Rams taking on the Seahawks. And of course, we're going to give out our best bets for those two games, our best first touchdown bets for those two games. We got Ben Linsey here, got Mason Cameron here, guys. I'm so excited for this weekend. Ben, let's start with you. What is your favorite first touchdown bet from these two games?
Yeah, it's Stephon Diggs at 11-1 in that Broncos-Patriots game. And a lot of that is the Patriots have just started games faster than Denver has this season. And we're releasing a first touchdown report this week. And part of that report is just showing the EPA per play for these teams in the first 15 offensive plays of the game. And the Patriots have started out games a lot quicker than Denver has this season. Talked about that a little bit last week when we talked about Dawson Knox potentially scoring first. He did not. But the Bills got out to a lead in that game. They were up 7-3. They were going up to be even more, and James Cook fumbled. All right, so we've kind of seen this with Denver this season. So I like betting on a Patriots player to score first. And Diggs, he has the third highest adjusted target rate, so that's just targets per aimed pass, taking out sacks, taking out scrambles, spikes, throwaways, batted passes of any receiver playing this weekend. So he's getting involved early in the game, and he's also been very effective against man coverage. He's top 10 in the NFL in yards per route run against man coverage this year. We're expecting to see a decent amount of that from Denver, who's second in man coverage rate played this season. So I think this is a pretty good price here for Diggs at 11-1.
Mason, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I like it. I have a little bit different angle on this same idea with Denver, which we'll get into in a little bit. But when you talk about starting off early and playing within structure and playing within the script, we see a ton of Diggs in their game plan. They really love to get him involved. So it makes a ton of sense that when he comes into this game, he's going to have a big workload, particularly early in that game. So I really like that angle there.
You have another favorite first touchdown bet from this AFC title game.
Yeah, so I'm going in a slightly different direction, but a similar sentiment to what Ben is saying right here. The big thing is when we look at our first touchdown finder, we're actually seeing a huge difference. The biggest difference in starting EPA this week is actually between the Broncos and the Patriots. So when I look at that and I think who are going to be the guys that get that opportunity for the Patriots, Stephon Diggs is one that comes to mind. And another angle you could take in that is actually Hunter Henry at 10-1. So one of the ideas here is that you can actually attack Denver's struggles against tight ends. They've had a little bit of a difficulty when it really comes to matching those guys. We talked about it last week with the Dawson Knox thing. 17 touchdowns 17th in touchdowns, 26th in yardage, 24th in receptions. That's where the Broncos sit in their tight end coverage. We saw Dalton Kincaid go for 6 and 83 in a touchdown in the divisional round. Hunter Henry, 11 first half red zone targets. So that really illustrates a big opportunity for us here. That's a little bit more, I think just one more than we've seen from Diggs. And he actually leads this team in receiving touchdowns with 8. So that's going to be an opportunity. And the big difference here, which I want to see, is actually who they target in the red zone when blitzed. Denver, very blitz heavy, and that includes the red zone. They're 5th in red zone blitz rate this season. They blitz on 42% of red zone plays in the divisional round this past week. New England, when they're blitzed, Hunter Henry, Stephon Diggs, both with 37 targets. But when they get down to that short area of the field, Henry has 10 targets. That's more than double any other Patriots player. So I'm going to be going with Hunter Henry at 10-1 here.
Yeah, I love that bet a lot. And Ben, I remember we were watching the divisional round together, and you had a 100-1 bet on Marvin Mims to lead the game in receiving and also score a touchdown. And that cashed. You had a $10 bet to win $1,000. Well, guess what? We've got another 100-1 bet from Ben Linsey for first touchdown. What do you like the most at 100-1 odds?
Yeah, let's try to run it back. Konate Mumpfield at 100-1 to score the first touchdown in this game. Talked about how these teams start. The Seahawks and the Rams have both been very good early in games. I don't think there's a ton of edge, like picking out one specific team. So a lot of the times in that case, you're just getting more value on the underdog because there's a little bit better prices on them to score first, and the Rams as slight underdogs. You kind of see that a little bit, lower prices than Kenneth Walker, JSN for their top targets. I'm going a little bit deeper, though, with Mumpfield, and it's really just they've shown a willingness to get him on the field in the red zone. We've talked about how heavy tight end personnel the Rams have gone all year. They didn't really do that last week against Chicago, and I don't know if that was a game plan specific thing, and they're going to go back to doing a lot of more multi-tight end stuff this week. But they only ran 7 snaps of 13 personnel in that game against the Bears, so they were in a lot more 11. They had more 3 wide receiver on the field, and Mumpfield ran a route on 6 of their 8 red zone dropbacks. He has 4 first-half red zone targets this year, which isn't a ton, but it is early opportunities for a guy who you're getting 100-1 is way down the list in terms of scoring the first touchdown. And we've seen him score the first touchdown already in a game this year against Jacksonville. So he's a player who I think they like his skill set in the red zone. When Davante Adams was out, he kind of gives you some of those similar things, obviously to a lesser degree. And the Rams have been pass heavy early in games in the red zone as well. 6th highest pass rate in the red zone in the first half this year. So that's the profile I'm looking for when I'm betting one of these super long shots at 100-1.
Not to mention that he went to Pitt. You also went to Pitt, too.
Hail to Pitt.
Listen, any 100-1 bet you give out, Ben, I'm going to tail it every single time after that Marvin Mims one. That was absolutely electric, us watching that together. Mason, what do you think of that bet right there?
I like it. And the big thing here is that the Rams pass a ton in the red zone. That's where they want to attack. As you said, Ben, 6th highest red zone pass rate. When Konata Mumpfield's on the field, he tends to be an afterthought. And when you really come into these type of games, doing tendency breakers like that is a big asset for, you as a team. They're not going to be game planning for Mumpfield to really break open or take a double move or something like that. So that is an opportunity, especially at 100-1. And we have an offense that's just so productive early in games. Now, they don't have a huge edge over Seattle in that factor, but they're still an extremely productive offense in scripted sequences early in the first 15. So that is definitely a big opportunity for sure.
So you don't quite have a 100-1 bet for the NFC title game, but you still have a really nice, juicy one here. Your favorite NFC title first touchdown bet.
So I'm going with Colby Parkinson at 20-1. I think the big thing here is that you can't, we said this last week, you can't talk about touchdowns without talking about Colby Parkinson. He was held out of the end zone last week, but the Rams, they run the most 3 tight end sets in the NFL, something that you just mentioned, Ben. Now, they went away from that a little bit this past week, but still, with over 200 more plays out of 13 personnel than any other team in the NFL, you have to think that they're going to go back to the well at some point, particularly in a game like this where it's going to be hard fought. There is going to be a lot of ebb and flow to this. Parkinson leads the Rams in tight end snaps over the first 15 plays this postseason. That's more than double any other tight end. It's really, the Higbee return, everybody thought Colby Parkinson was sort of going to move to the back burner, but that just hasn't been the case. He continues to be the main guy in that offense at the tight end position, and his red zone usage is just too hard to ignore. 7 red zone touchdowns this season, 44% red zone target rate, and 14 first-half red zone targets. That's second most in this matchup behind Davante Adams. And he's just going to be facing a Seattle defense that funnels those targets to the tight end. 28th in receptions allowed to tight ends. I think that's going to be a big opportunity where this Rams offense can get ahead and have an edge on a defense that's so strong in Seattle.
Even if they're not running as many multi-tight end sets, I still think I still like Parkinson because we saw him significantly outsnap Tyler Higbee in that game last week. He is their primary tight end, especially in this part of the field. Like you said, they love getting him those vertical back shoulder type throws. We saw one again last week that was almost a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So I like that bet as well.
And another point, it might not be on my sheet here, but Davis Allen is 100-1 also. If they move back into those 3 tight end sets and he's the guy that's on the field. Now, granted, he's not the guy that's running a ton of routes, but he is out snapping Higbee as well, particularly in scripted sequences in the first 15 plays. So that's another thing. When we talk about tendency breakers, if you're a team and you're playing a rival for the 3rd time in a season, you need those tendency breakers. Leaking out Davis Allen on a pass for a touchdown does not sound like the strangest thing to me. So I really do like the touchdown opportunity, or the tight end opportunity for touchdowns in this game.
That's all I needed to hear. Kadana on field, 100-1. Davis Allen, 100-1. I'm making $2,000 this weekend on a $20 bet, man. I'm going to parlay both those together. We'll see what we can get.
Yeah, that's going to work out well. They can definitely both hit.
They can both get first touchdown.
Oh, true. Yeah, you can't do first. Yeah, true.
Simultaneous possession.
Yeah. We'll do maybe first touchdown for the team. But that's our best bets for Conference Championship weekend. Enjoy this weekend. Also, check out the PFF betting show every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where these guys are giving out their best bets for the entire weekend of Conference Championship weekend. But can't wait to watch it. Check out the brand new PFF First Touchdown tool available on the website right now at pff.com with a PFF Plus subscription. Can't wait for this weekend, though. For Mason Cameron, for Ben Linsey, I'm Max Chadwick. We'll see you guys next time with our bets for the Super Bowl.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter. By game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.